Drew Goddard put it perfectly. He called like the feeling that I have, and I think that he has, a sort of benevolent melancholy, which
It's a much better way of saying bittersweet.
Yeah.
Happy sad. I was going to say happy sad.
yeah, but that's sort of, it's like a warm sort of sadness that doesn't leave you bereft, you know, and yeah.
Because there's no regret. I feel like we did it right.
Yeah.
And the show is also meant to end too soon because life ends too soon. So it's a little bit of a metaphor. But I think I'm proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel proud.
You know, knowing that this was coming to an end for so long, there's been different endings along the way. There's been the shooting, our wrap when we finished shooting, that was really sad. There's been little endings along the way, and this one, I think we've always had in the back of our mind as feeling very final. So there's just sort of like a heaviness.
It feels like a proper funeral.
Yeah, it
like when
does.
you're supposed to pay respects to
Yes.
something.
But the person had a great life.
Oh, the best life. If the person
Yeah.
had the best life ever.
Yeah.
I think this was a very fitting ending. I think that, you know, it's like, much like life, it's like every story ends with a goodbye of some sort, you know? It's like, and if things go as well as you want them to go, you either leave your partner or your partner leaves you at the end of a long, long journey. And so, you know, I feel like this is, you know, appropriately encapsulates what that feeling is. So, yeah.
It feels earned to me. It feels like a worthy ending that was earned, which is why it feels so right.
We knew it was coming to an end for quite a while. You know, we found out over a year ago, a year and a half ago, and everybody was like a little mad and sad. And then when we heard what this ending was, it felt so correct and final, and
There was no other option.
exactly. It was like, oh yeah, of course that's what the ending is. It was only like joy, and we felt so proud of what we were putting out there, thanks to Mike Schur and the writers, you know?
I think the show's become part of mainstream culture because I think people, they aren't born with a way to talk about how to be kind. You feel it in your bones, and there's been like scientific proof that if you give people the option, immediately they'll choose to give, but if you give them time to think about it, they'll think, well, maybe I shouldn't give, maybe I shouldn't help this person. And there's a lack of dialogue around how we're supposed to share Earth with all these other people and what we owe to each other and why we're supposed to be kind. And this show gave a dialogue to why human connection was important, how it actually benefits everyone with some just easy participating moves.
Yeah.
You can make connections, you make everyone around you feel better, and you also feel better.
It means so much. It's hard to even put that into words or wrap your head around that, because that is like we don't get into this business for that. That's like icing on the cake. We love to act and we love to be part of an ensemble and we love what we do, but then to be a part of a show that people actually not just like but care
Learn
about,
from,
yeah,
and
it's
learn
like
from.
you truly can't ask for anything more. We feel honored beyond belief from the second we started this.
Especially when kids watch it.
Yeah.
had been chasing a project like this my entire life, one that has an impact on people's brains and their hearts and their existence, and especially hearing when people are like co-viewing, like, oh, I watch it with my 11-year-old, it makes my whole body tingle. I'm like, oh, so your 11-year-old has some language around what we owe to each other, around philosophy, around why we're supposed to be kind. Cool.
There is a solution offered, you know, for how to behave. That, you know, that is, you know, while we're asking all of these questions, you know, it's something other than just be nice because. It's like, you know, look at the world around you and see the impact that you're leaving, and like, how does that actually make you feel? What do you want? I feel like that's something that our show unpacks, and so I think it's great that kids watch that and sort of think about that.